Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tech Motoring. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about public charging and what needs to change in order for it to make sense. Let's dive in and let's talk about it. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we just had our July 4th weekend just passed, and we had a lot of people here in town in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We are a very heavy tourist town, especially during the summer months, especially July 4th, where pretty much our tourism peaks during this time of the year. Now, of course, because we have a lot of tourists, that means we are getting more and more electric vehicles visiting Myrtle Beach every year. And if you followed this channel, you know that I've discussed multiple times of chargers that have opened in this general area. DC fast chargers primarily, because we do need more DC fast chargers. But more importantly that, I believe that we also need more level 2 chargers. Level 2 charging where it makes sense though. So for instance, we have a supercharger down at our mall here in Myrtle Beach, and it is a version 2 supercharger with 10 stalls. And on Friday, July 5th at around 2 o'clock, I took a look in the Tesla app on my phone, and sure enough, we had a completely full Tesla supercharger there. 10 stalls completely filled with an estimated 5-minute wait, which you wouldn't think is too bad, but that just means it's going to continue to be busy for pretty much the rest of the afternoon. And then we have one more Tesla supercharger within 50 miles of Myrtle Beach, which is up in North Myrtle Beach at our Barefoot Landing, which is another very big tourist area. And there we have 8 version 3 stalls. And so here we have Tesla supercharging, which is supposed to be known for being ubiquitous and fast and great throughput, both completely maxed out in this general area. So the question is, do we have enough charging, or is it a lack of level 2 charging? Now, we do have some other DC fast charging in the area. We do have a Circle K gas station that just recently put in 4 DC fast charging stalls that you can get 4 EVs in up in North Myrtle Beach. Our Tanger outlets local to us here in Myrtle Beach just recently installed some Volta level 2 and DC fast chargers, though they are limited to maximum 50 kilowatt. The Hyundai dealership that opened up a little over a year ago also has some CPE 250 charge points, which are only good till about 62 kilowatt, and that's pretty much all we have as far as DC fast charging for anything other than Tesla. So the question is, do we need more DC fast charging, or do we just need more level 2? But level 2 charging where it actually makes sense. For instance, your hotel, or the mall, like where the one supercharger is, where you spend multiple hours there, or the movie theater, or specifically where the version 3 supercharger is, Barefoot Landing, which is a big place to go shopping, getting food. You can walk around for multiple hours, plenty of things to do, but we have supercharging there instead of level 2, what actually makes the most sense. Then you can very easily set up, instead of all those superchargers, a whole 8 of them, you could set up a good 30, maybe even 40 level 2 Tesla chargers, or just level 2 EVSEs in general. And so I really feel like my opinion on this is build more level 2 charging. That is what is really ultimately going to be important moving forward, is level 2 charging at the places that make sense. Movie theaters, where you're going to be there for multiple hours. Shopping malls, where you're going to be for multiple hours. Even grocery stores that, you're going to spend at least an hour, hour and a half there doing your grocery shopping. These are perfect places to have level 2 charging. And that makes the cost of everything a lot cheaper. You can also provide it to people for free, because let's face it, if they're going to pull into your parking lot, free charging is just one more way to get people incentivized to come to your place of business. But yet there is a huge lack of level 2 charging here in this area, and even if you do find it, it's very sporadic and it's not always in places that make sense. So those are just my opinions on level 2 charging and DC fast charging, and why we need more level 2 and why we need better level 2, because you don't always need to charge your car really fast, especially when you're going to places for multiple hours. So I'm just curious to hear what your experience is with level 2 or DC fast charging where you live. Do you have enough of either? Do you have too much of one? And does the placement of those chargers actually make sense? I'm just curious to hear what you think about it. Anyway, I know this was a short one, but I appreciate you watching this episode, and we'll see you on the next one. And remember, welcome to the future, and welcome to Tech Motoring.